at the beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Today, we start the new season with an AFC West Division battle right out of the gate between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Los Angeles Chargers. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now here's a 6-year man, Austin Eckler. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Coming in, he really likes his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Back to throw here, Herbert. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Jayon Brown. And the Raiders are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
1 for 1, a lot more to go. To throw again on 2nd down. Carr got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Carr finding Waller there for the Vegas first. Now Carr. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Throwing now is Carr. And this one is incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. Meanwhile, Carr's throw taken in by Adams. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down
side of the field, all they're thinking is, finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Kyle Van Noy. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down. Eckler. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Collectively, great defense. It takes all 11, especially down here toward the goal line.
The call comes in, and the call essentially says all 11 have to make a play here. You have to show toughness. We just saw it there.
Escaping the pressure right, and that'll be incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown. Austin Eckler from 6 yards away. And the Chargers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. Flush to his right. He finds his man. Complete. That's Jacobs. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 12 yards that time and a Las Vegas 1st. From the gun, it's Carr. Same target. It's Jacobs again. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that will bring up 2nd down.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy to the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
A Raider 1st down, Carter Renfro. Play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Going up top. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use it. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
To throw again on second down. Carr. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going from there.
And play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Carr to throw again. Looking deep downfield. And this is caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Hey, they made no bones about it. They wanted to throw this rookie right into the fire, see what he could do. He shows what he can do there.
And you have to really put the time and effort in because...
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Raiders are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by Carlson, up and good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to...
Of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Justin Herbert looking to pass. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Carr. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Now Carr. Looking deep for Adams. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
This is intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. Well, their defense got them the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We've got 2, we got 2. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
Khalil Mack, of course, the former Raider, there to make the tackle.
You've got to be impressed by that defense in front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
From the 35 on second down, Carr will swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
Carlson able to put this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Well, they got the turnover in great field position, but unable to do anything with it. And they're left taking the easy 3 on the field goal.
Yeah, you're right about that. A great chance at a short field touchdown. On a sudden change, you take the ball away. You expect your offense to put into the end zone, but they'll take the 3 for now, even if they feel just a little bit let down.
The Charger drive about to get going. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2. Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got a stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You first see incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try to defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Throwing his car on third down. His throw caught right around the 6. And the Raiders are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial? Puts it on the carpet, it's out. And the Raiders pick it up. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And so the last 3 drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now.
Without question, and we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number one, maybe they're not having this deficit. And number two, maybe they actually have the lead.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 31.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad. Because they did give him the touchdown run to a window to shut him down.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. He hits Adams, complete. Touchdown Raiders. Davante Adams, 26 yards. And the Raiders are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Charger drive about to get going. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He's got a man. Complete. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Charger touchdown. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And if you're looking for proof of his speed, Next Gen Stats shows that he was traveling just over 21 miles an hour there.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. But right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can...
He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. A great play there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Chargers have got it back to within a score. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. We'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Carr. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Carr going to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the...
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler. Second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Chargers have regained the lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. 53 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he's got some space here. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. He finds his way into the secondary again on this drive. They might want to try getting him down a little closer to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, what do they call that? 3rd level run. 1st level being the D-line and linebacker 2nd level and the secondary the 3rd. When you block it up well and you make the secondary do all the tackling, that will wear on a defense.
Room here to run. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
first down. Carr. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Boy, they get him yet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense.
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On first down, it's Herbert. Going to throw right side here, complete. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. Hopkins' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Throwing on first down is Carr. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Back to the air on second down. It's Carr. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Carr now to throw. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 45-yard line.
Again, it's Carr. Looking again for Waller, and he's got him again. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 39. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down.
First down, Raiders.
Now Carr. And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throw left side, complete. That's Adams. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 16. Into the red zone, it's Carr. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Back to throw here, Herbert. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return, and it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown. A big play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Raiders are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will tie our game here in the third.
31.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and put the ball in the end zone, throwing it, you had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this one. To finally knock him on the ground and force an incompletion, that's got to be a sigh of relief.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he could beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the first down.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he loses the football a second time. And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down. His good running gets him to about the 44.
Wow, that ball was not free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. 46 yards on the ground for him so far.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Eckler going to get it again on second down. And he gets it down to the 32. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. They'll try the air now with Herbert. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Option play, and they'll give to Eckler. Oh, he shifts past him. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Gets it into the hands of Allen on the jet sweep. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down. Herbert. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And the Raiders force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. But I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy. And can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Here's Carr. And Waller taking it in over the middle. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much right after the catch.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. The Raiders on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Carr. Able to find Waller. That's complete. They find some open field here. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down on the other side of midfield. It's a big play there for Vegas. 42 yards. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there. First down, here's the run with Cook. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. A officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Carr to throw on second down. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Chargers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here. Half of him, 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. Tackled that time by Cindy Jones.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there, but how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Herbert. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Chargers have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Extra point good by Hopkins. And they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Abdullah's going to stay put, and the drive will start at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Carr's throw pulled in by Renfro. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Raiders are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 27, Herbert. And the Raiders have got him. Max Crosby in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now it's Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Defensively, mission accomplished, and now with under 3 to go, they may be the last team holding the football.
They may very well be the last team holding the football, unless, of course, you're facing a group that is really aggressive offensively and may want to take a gamble, but theoretically, you've done your job now. You should get the ball back on a punt, but I'd be alert for a fake.
Here we go on 4th. Herbert. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. A handoff. Jacobs running to the left. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead.
45. Chargers, 38.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. 3rd. Oh, no, he lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game, but they bring what was really called 4-minute offense, and that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Chargers. A great effort there. With now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. The extra point, the final one, and he gets it to go. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Carr. And complete right side to Cook. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Nothing open downfield. They went underneath.
Yeah, see if you can get it to your running back. See if you can make someone miss in the open field.
Back-to-back good plays. Have them on the move on 1st down. Jacobs going to try the middle. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Second down, Jacobs once more. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. A field goal from this spot will be 51 yards. They'll try to move it closer on 3rd down. Here's Carr. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be caught. Touchdown. And they've broken our tie here in the final minute.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown. Late in the game, they look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready in the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And, Charles, the name of the game last time, efficiency. Their very first snap, they connected for a quick touchdown.
They get more value than just the points from that series as well. Only needing one play, it keeps the entire offense rested up.
First play. And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. Herbert going to throw. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. A tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this first down. He's going to let it fly. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Rocky Sin. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get him next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand-new season, but this was a division game here in Week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right?